Working on myself, working on my health, working on my mind, taking all the time, yeah, that I need just to find me. 'Cause who's gonna do it for me?
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I don't know what I'm giving with all this hair, but what's up? It is your sis Kiara, also known as I am TheKeyKatrell on all social media platforms. And y'all, we are here with the update. Drum roll. We are here with the update. So 2 updates, all right? The first one is the giveaway winners. We only had 2 people that actually signed up for the giveaway, and it was Charlene and Benita. So send me an email with your address and your shirt size so that I can get the giveaway prizes sent over to you. Remember, it is a devotional, 2 shirts for my business, a necklace for my business, and a $25 Visa gift card. Okay, yes, so that is out the way. Now let's get to the good stuff. Just give me my money. No, but let's just get to the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. So I'm excited now, but I wasn't excited earlier. If I could be real with you, I was a little distraught and sad and angry and mad. So y'all know that I posted a video and I mentioned how God told me that I was moving to a house. I submitted my notice to move out. September the 15th was the day that I was supposed to be moving. Y'all know I don't work, so I had no proof of income. I had no stability to like show renters or show people about a house or anything. That was just one situation, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but there was a potential that I was going to be renting out this house. And let's just say things just didn't align the way that I thought it was gonna align, which is okay, because at the end everything works together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Okay, so that was the plan. So y'all know when I had went back to Vicksburg last week or the week before that, I was supposed to go to Dallas, and God told me no, go home and pack. And y'all know I was like, I didn't know why he was telling me to go home and pack. I was so confused because my original move out date, sorry y'all, my original move out date wasn't until September the 15th. So it's like, what's the rush? What's tea? Like, why I gotta hurry up and go and pack? I still got time. Now during this time, I'm like still trying to solidify things with the house. I'm still trying to like get days to line up. Now this house, I wouldn't have had to give a credit check, I wouldn't have to do a credit check, proof of money, whatever that is, proof of income, that's what it is. I wouldn't have to do any of those things. It would have literally strictly just been a faith move, for real. So I wasn't worried about like that portion of me moving into the house. It was actually just the days aligning and all of those things, but it just didn't work out. So I'm trying to figure out like how did we get to this point. So y'all know I just been packing and packing and packing. The other day I literally packed up everything. When God told me to come back home, I was like, okay, let me stop playing with him, let me get up and pack. So I did my room, I did all of those things. I'm gonna insert that video here so you can see me actually packing up my house. Now, little backstory. So my best friend, she just moved from Memphis to Dallas. Me and her met in 2023. No, we met in 2022, July of 2022. So you know, it's a fairly, what some would say, new relationship, but I feel like when God is involved, time means absolutely nothing. So me and her, we got real close, and we knew that God was moving both of us back at the beginning of 2023. We thought we were going to the same location. Now around that time, let's just say around November, December, we just felt like we were supposed to go to Dallas. Like, that's what we were saying. Now for her, it was because she thought her man was there. sorry friend, told your business. But she thought she was going there because that's what her husband was essentially going to be. Now, I kept saying, I don't want to go back to Dallas. I don't want to live in Dallas, all the things. I also had said, no, I said I didn't want to move to Houston. I didn't want to live in Houston, but I think I was okay with Dallas. I just didn't like Dallas at the time because I didn't have a car. So anyways, so when the time came in January for God to like tell us where we're going, Dallas was no longer on the list. I knew Houston, and then God had sent her to Memphis. So she went to Memphis for a while, and I moved here to Houston. Now, mind you, we both knew and we both heard Dallas around November, December, but we just let it go because it's just like, yeah, no. So we officially got split, and God sent her to Memphis, sent me to Houston, and I believe that was for a lot of different reasons. I don't believe at the time that neither of us would have grown to become the women that God has called us to be if we would have stayed to connect, if we would have stayed connected at the time. And so both of us leaving and going these different routes and going to these different destinations was pivotal to our becoming, pivotal to who God has called us to be. We both have similar offices and ministries, but the way that we operate in them are different. Like she's more strong-willed, strong-headed, and I'm more encouraging and loving and compassionate. Like she gonna tell you what it is. She has a heart for God's people, but she's a little more raw and ruthless with hers. However, no. When I'm just completely different. Like I'm gonna give you a word of God, even if it hurts, but I'm gonna say it with compassion and love. And so, yeah, it's like we're very similar but different, and so I feel like God had to break us apart because we were spending a lot of time together and all of these different things. And so I believe that our separation was necessary. So a month ago, I think at this point, God moved her to Dallas. Now, this is where I say God always has a plan. God always knows what he's doing. God literally be lining things up, and in the background it be looking one way, but he be having a plan. And so when she moved into her house, she moved into a 2-bed, 2-bath, beautiful, nice, spacious house. One side is her side and the other side is the other room. The kitchen is it's just nice. And she said that she told God, like, use my house for ministry. Let it be a place of ministry. Whoever you need to stay here, that's what the room is for. That's what the extra room is for. The extra room is for you, God. Do what you want to do with this house. So that was her prayer. Now, when I started talking to her, telling her a little bit about what's going on, because at first I was very silent about what I was experiencing, like, you know, trying to move, dealing with the house and everything. I just didn't want to speak prematurely about where I was going and all of this different stuff. And so when I finally opened up and shared about, you know, what was going on, and then I was telling her like how the days didn't align, she was like, you know, you can always come stay with me till the house is ready. And so I was like, you know what, I didn't even think about it to that. So when she said that, it was like aha, it was an aha moment. And so she said that, and then I left it alone. I didn't think about it too much, but I did say, like, you know, I'm gonna make plans to go and visit and all of these different things. Now, another thing. She moved, and basically she trying to work, but y'all know how God be bamboozling us. And so I believe that he's calling her into full-time entrepreneur and ministry, because she is an MUA. She was going to cosmetology school. She has to finish because, you know, she just left Memphis to Dallas. So I believe that her gifts, God has told her plenty of times that her hands are going, like, her gifts are going to make room for her, and that he has given her talents. Like, she has money making hands, because she could beat the heck out of a face. Okay, y'all gonna see, because she about to give me a class. So I believe that, why did I say that? Okay, because that's important. So when can I say that this all? The other day, one of the girls in the group, shout out to you, Amanda, she had said, like, she was in prayer or whatever, and she had sent the message about, like, you know, God is gonna move you. You're gonna get your house, where, you know, there will be a stop along the lines, and, you know, along the way, and at this place you'll be able to save up, you'll be able to rest, you'll be able to do all these things. And then but at the time she sent that, I was also talking to my best friend in that moment about everything I was feeling, experiencing, and like thinking about. And me and her was talking about like how this could be literally a setup for ministry and for all of the different things. And so Amanda didn't know that me and my friend was talking about that, because it was late at night. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. And then I had told my best friend, I was like, I need this to feel like a vacation. I was like, because I haven't had any rest. Then the next morning, another one of my sisters in Christ in the group, Arlene, if I'm not mistaken, she had said, wherever you going, something like that, it's gonna feel like a vacation. And so that was further confirmation. But I'm somebody that I'm just not gonna take hold to a word until God, like, straight up solidifies and confirms it. And so I just had been sitting with God. I'm like trying to see how all of this stuff was gonna play out, you know, just listening by ear, just, you know, praying, doing all of the different things, just waiting on further confirmation. And y'all, when I say for the past 2 weeks I have been taking ibuprofen and Tylenol because my head has been hurting, because I just feel like I have been so overwhelmed trying to figure everything out, trying to make it all make sense, and nothing was making sense. I had absolutely no peace at this point. The only thing I had peace in knowing was that God will be God, and he will provide some kind of way. I was telling my friends, I'm like, I'm not even focused on the financial part. I've seen God show up for me financially time and time again. So I wasn't focusing on how this was gonna get paid, how that was gonna get paid. I was just focusing on the stability of, if this is where I'm going, like, God, tell me where I'm going. And so I just been praying and praying and praying and praying and praying. And something I didn't share with my friends is, yesterday I had said to God, I said, God, if I'm supposed to go to Dallas for a little while, just tell me that. I'm okay with that. And I was watching TV, and I'm gonna actually post a picture, but I was watching TV and I seen, like, you know how like they glanced across something, and on the refrigerator was these words, and it said yes. And so that was God confirming to me that Dallas is where I was supposed to go. But then, you know, I just sat with it and I didn't think too much about it. That was literally yesterday. Now, this morning I got up and I was just a little frustrated, a little annoyed, because I'm just like, God, I thought we had a plan. I'm supposed to be going to my house. You had me share this. You had me tell all this news, all of these different things. And something in me said, you're not moving into the house right now, and it's okay. God has better. And it was this sense of, whew, I could breathe. Now, I did cry. I asked God, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did I make a mistake? Did I hear you incorrectly? Did I do all of these things? And God was like, no, you did not. You did not hear me incorrectly. You didn't hear me incorrectly. I have a purpose and plan for each one of my children, and sometimes things don't go the way that it's supposed to go for reasons that are outside of my control. And yes, God has control. God can force the thing to happen, but I believe that God used this. Literally, I was just telling Tasha, I said, Tasha, I feel like God was giving me the house because it's something that I asked for. I was like, but he's giving me this move because it's something that I needed. Like, y'all, when I say I have like literally just been sitting with God, and I can see, I could visualize the way that my life is about to change. So let's just say, y'all know I told you God has rebranded. He told me to get him my social media account, all of these different things. My best friend takes some amazing pictures with me. She's so supportive of my ministry and me becoming who God has called me to be. I still use pictures from a photo shoot that we took at my house to this day. And like, she did my makeup, she took my pictures, she made sure they look nice. Like, she was so supportive of me, you know, trying to follow out and become who God has told me to be. And so I know that me going to stay with her, as far as like social media and the creativity portion of it, God is gonna use. And so I know that it's going to, and like, he was showing me how if I just continue to submit my social media to him, if I shoot the way he's telling me to shoot, if I incorporate him the way that he's telling me to incorporate him, that my social media is going to take off in ways that I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't see it. Like, I've had so many dreams about me being in rooms with influencers. And what's so crazy, what's so like, God, every influencer that I've dreamed about being in a space with lives in Dallas. Every influencer I have dreamed about being in a space with lives in Dallas. And it's just like, he just blows my mind. And like, so I feel like my best friend is going to be there to help me in the area of creativity and all of these different things. And I feel like God is putting me there with her to teach her and help her live out the gift of faith, because he's calling her into full-time ministry and entrepreneurship. And I've done it, I've lived it. I know how to give her words of encouragement to hold on. I've been to the place where the only way my bills can get paid is if God do it, because he has been my provider. And so I'm there to, like, we're there to lean on each other. So this move is about to be mind-blowing. And the fact that I'm gonna have my own room, my own space, my best friend was like, bring whatever you need to make it home, to make this feel like your space. I still want you to be able to create content. I still want you to be able to do your business. So she was like, whatever you need to bring it. Now, our parents are excited, okay? My mom happy, her dad and her mom is happy, like, because we really do well together. So like, you know, our families is happy. This is also giving us the opportunity to save up, like, you know, we'll be able to split, because she's talking about I ain't got to pay bills, but pay rent, but I just don't believe in that. And so paying what I'll be paying with her is still almost $800 cheaper than what I would be paying staying by myself right now. And like, my sis can cook too. So like, the things, it's just gonna work itself out. And I know that it's a greater purpose and plan. Like, I really do feel like the house was going to be it was going to be a beautiful thing. It was going to be something that I asked for, something that I wanted. God was giving me, like, I felt like he was honoring my obedience by giving me one thing that I asked for, because I had been asking for a house. However, I feel like the house was just for me. It was for selfish reasons. But I feel like this move is for the kingdom. I feel like it's for ministry. I feel like it's for my sisters and brothers. I feel like it's for generations to come after me. I really feel like this move is about to be a setup. And so I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for the redirection. I'm so thankful for this detour. And if I could be honest, I was just telling Tasha is sick, by the way. Like, y'all, she is not okay with this. I was telling her, I'm like, just listening to God now, like, just the way that the excitement that I feel, how I am just so smiling from ear to ear. Like, y'all don't understand the excitement that I am feeling. The way that I feel, I don't feel like I'm gonna be coming back to Houston. And I'm not saying that is solidified, but that's what I feel in my spirit. And then it just makes me think about all of the different things that God has said, all of the different things that he has spoken to me. And so, like, I kept wondering, like, why I couldn't join, like, why I couldn't fully become a member of Time of Celebration Church. And God took me back to when he told me to go to the church. He never told me to become a member of the church. So it's just like everything that I felt like, every reason I felt like I was supposed to be in Houston for, I feel like God has shown me I never said that. Like, I never said that this was your home. And I'm not saying that he's saying Dallas is my home, but I do feel like my time in Houston is up for now, and I am so okay with that. Yes, the house would have been amazing, the house would have been great. However, I I just know that moving to Dallas is about to be good for me. It's about to be good for me. Most of the influencers that I watch, most of the influencers that I'm close with, like via social media, they live in Dallas. This gives me an opportunity to put myself in the rooms that I know God wants me to be in. And so I just feel like Dallas is going to set me up as far as ministry and purpose. Like, I'm going to be able to fulfill all of the things that I know God has called me to do. And so I'm just like so excited. I told my best friend, I'm like, girl, I'm ready to pack up this house and leave now. And so I'm just in awe with God's goodness and his faithfulness, and like how he has literally worked this thing out for my good. Y'all, I really thought I wanted, it shows you that sometimes you can want something so bad that we will accept that rather than trying to surrender to the plans that God has for us. Like, I really believe that God was like, if this is what you want, I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm gonna sprinkle in a different route, and I'm gonna see if you're gonna take that route or if you want the material things. This is about to be good for my soul, for my, and I was just like, I was telling my best friend, I actually recorded a video yesterday. I fell into sin. I DJ'd, and I was telling her, I was like, all of this idle time I have in the house, I was like, I don't like it. And then I had said to her, I was like, part of me feels like I just need a roommate until my husband comes. And that's just me being real. I need the discipline. I need the accountability. I need the accountability more than anything. And so I don't know what God is gonna do after this. However, I know that this is not a setback but a set up, and that it is about to get good. It is about to get good. And most of my subscribers, a lot of y'all that I have been talking to a lot, stay in Dallas. So now we can really link up, have us a good time, do all of the things. I just know that this is about to be so good for me. This is about to be so good for me. And I know that God is about to birth something out of this move, out of this transition. And so, excuse me, I just want to encourage y'all to keep walking in faith, keep moving by faith, keep being obedient, because I believe the fact that I came home and packed like God told me to and not went to Dallas, I believe that that was the breaking point where God was able to step in and actually speak. And so just continue to be obedient, y'all. Everything that God tells us to do, it won't make sense. Not in that current moment, but when you continue to take those action steps, continue to move in faith, you will see exactly why it was needed, why it was necessary. And so I just thank God for what he is doing, what he is about to do, what he has already done, the way that he went before me, made sure my best, because it's just her, he made sure that she had a 2-bedroom so that she would have the place and a space for me to move into. And so he goes before us, and he lays it on the heart of man to be there for his children. And so I just thank her for being obedient. I thank her for opening her home to me. I just thank her for her support, because baby, she trying to get on the road. She like, come on, let me help you move, whatever. She's like, bring the TV, we can mount it on the wall, like whatever I need. She is just trying to, you know, be there for me, and I'm so appreciative of it, like so appreciative of it. And I'm gonna miss my Houston girls, of course. However, Tasha already said, she told my best friend, hey, tell her I'll be there every month. So I'm gonna still be able to see my girls. However, I just know that this is going to be the best next step for me. I thank God for the peace that he has given me with this decision. I am so happy, y'all. I can't say it enough. I thank God for course correction. I thank him for redirection. I thank him for closed doors, because this closed door has allowed me to see things from a different perspective. And yeah, so even when an opportunity comes, it presents itself and it doesn't work out, don't feel like God has forsaken you. Don't feel like he has left you. But know that even on the other side of the resistance, on the other side of the denial, on the other side of the rejection or whatever, you still serve a faithful God who has a perfect plan for you. And if you be faithful, if you be committed, if you obey, if you trust, if you continue to surrender, you will end up exactly where he needs you to be for his kingdom. So keep trusting God, keep believing, and keep moving. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. All I can see, like, y'all, I can literally see my life changing before my eyes, and I could cry because I know that Dallas is about to be a land filled with milk and honey for me. At first, I couldn't see it. I thought that this house was going to be the thing that set me up. But it's like, no, I'm sending you somewhere that is going to continue to equip you. It's going to push you out there. It's going to put you in the rooms that I need you to be in. That is your place that's flowing with milk and honey. Flowing with milk and honey. Yes, Texas was my promised land, but like I told you, sometimes you have to go through some things to get to the place that is filled with milk and honey. And I believe that though Texas was my promised land, I had to take all of these different type of routes and detours and things to get to the location of my milk and honey, which I believe is waiting on me when I get to Dallas. So y'all, thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for praying for me, encouraging me. Thank you for the people who have sown. I had made a post because y'all know how I feel about asking for help. However, I really, so that I'm not moving in debt, I asked for help. Something that, because I was like, God, I'm just gonna figure it out. And he was like, pride. And I was like, you know what, let me just ask for help. And if a person can, they will. And if they can't, it's okay. Just pray for me, pray for my strength, pray for guidance. Just pray that God will continue to teach me how to surrender and be in his will. Y'all, I'm really in awe, like in awe of the fact that even when things look like it's not going to happen, God always has a perfect plan. And it just shows how much he loves us and how much he cares about us. Like, he could have allowed me, like, he could have allowed this to go, and it could have went the way that I saw fit for it to go. But the fact that he stepped in and he says he threw out this other opportunity for me that is going to be such a setup, it just shows how much he loves me. And I thank God. I'm just so, like I said, I would have loved my 3-bed, 2-bath house. I would have loved it. But I love what this is gonna be so much more. The house is it was for selfish reasons. And of course, I was gonna have my family come and stay down. But honestly, me having this house, I don't see what could have came from it, like what I'm seeing is gonna come from this move. And so I just thank God. I can't say it enough. And I'm just so grateful that he loves me so much, that he's moving me into my land of milk and honey. I do feel like this is the start of a less financial stress life. Like, I feel like I'm about to actually have the funds to do and be and go out and explore and just live. And I know that me creating the content that God wants me to create, me doing what it is that he has called me to do, I know that he's going to breathe on my platforms, breathe on my ministry, breathe on me, and I am going to see the fruit of his breath on my ministry, on my business, on my life. I am KeyKatrell will never be the same. I'm telling you, when I make it to Dallas, everything will be different. Everything will be different. I feel it, I see it, and I know it. So y'all, trust God. Trust God. Make the move. Pack the boxes. We've said it so many times before. I know it is frustrating when you don't have any instructions, when you feel like God is not speaking loud enough, when you feel like you're asking him for questions, because y'all, this has been almost a 3-4 month process for me. Y'all didn't know that, but this has been going on for a long time. So I have been dealing with things in the background that I don't want to go into details about. I don't feel like it's necessary, but I've been going through some things. So there was a lot of times I didn't have answers. There was a lot of times there was silence. I've been in such this foggy area of the unknown for so long, but I kept trusting God. I kept packing boxes. I was calling the movers. I was doing the things because that's what God instructed me to do. So you do your part. You do what only you can do, and God will do the rest. God honors obedience. He shows up for those who are faithful. He shows up for those who obey. And so when he tells you to do something, it may not make sense. Don't question him. Just do. And I'm telling you, you will be exactly where God needs you to be for his kingdom, for his glory, for your purpose, for the plans that he has for you. I'm telling you, God is getting ready to set you up and do something amazing in your life if you will just take the steps and do whatever it is he is calling you to do. I don't care if that's moving. I don't care if that's starting a business. I don't care if that's leaving a job. I don't care if that's packing a box. I don't care what it is. Whatever God is telling you to do, I want you to do it. And I want you to show God that I am here to obey. I am here to surrender. I am here to give you all of me. Whatever you ask of me, God, I will do it. Because at the end of the day, I know that you have a perfect plan for me. And I will be where you want me to be if I continue to obey. God will course correct you. He will redirect you. He will take you on detours. He will do whatever he needs to do to make sure you end up in the destination that he has for you. But it starts with you obeying. It starts with you keeping the faith. And it starts with you trusting him. I've said it before. Every step you take in faith gives God another opportunity to do the miraculous in your life. And this is him doing the miraculous in my life. And I'm so excited for what's about to happen. So thank y'all so much for everything. I appreciate y'all. Benita and Charlene, please don't forget to send me an email with your shirt sizes and your address. And yeah, I'll be coming back with more updates, more Dallas content coming soon. But nevertheless, y'all, I love y'all so very much. Don't forget, you are called, you are chosen, and you are loved. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Until the next time, peace.
I'm seeing me through a different lens. I'm taking time to do the work within. I'm working on the enemy. Been praying for my enemies,